Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for joining us here as we are doing the messenger reading that we do every Tuesday. I hope you're all doing well. It's not an easy day, astrologically speaking, as the moon has just passed over. Let me show you. The moon has just passed over Pluto in Aquarius, but what's most interesting is that Mercury, which is the way we think, the way we communicate, is on Saturn. There are blockages, there are hold-ups. Mercury can't make any sense of the madness of what's going on in Pisces at this time. Everything is happening as it should. Just keep that in mind. And Mars now is direct and squaring off to Lilith. That's our shadow side. So the energies are not that easy. Okay, and we've even got a square from Pluto, from Aquarius, over to Hygeia. They're in Taurus. Hygeia, which is healthy relationships. Is our health affected because of our financial upheaval? Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus is our finances, right? And Venus is stationing to retrograde. She's going to retrograde in a few days, so she's slowing down greatly. And Venus, of course, is our values. Are we being valued? Is there love? Is there compassion? Is there sacrifice? Do we need something to release? Right now, nothing's moving. Just letting you know that. And happy birthday if you are a Pisces and celebrating your birthday. Everything is happening as it should. North Node on Neptune. Okay, let's leave the astrology and let's see what the messenger brings us today. The 25th of February of 2025. Just looking at the date, 25th of the 2nd of 2025. So we've got the number 25 twice. That's a 7. 7 is conflict. Conflict because we either need to make a choice, we need to decide, there are adjustments, there are decisions that we need to make, and we need to be able to fight for what we decide to choose. And it can have a lot to do with relationships, right? Let's see what the Karma Dharma is today. And just letting you know, we've done a Mercury retrograde analysis on Patreon Tier 3, or you can even, through Patreon, you can purchase that as a free member. You can get the link beneath. Join us as a free member, and you can actually purchase that. It's almost a 2-hour analysis on Mercury's retrograde. We've also done Venus's retrograde. So we'll be also, if you're a patron, we're doing March astrology, the month ahead of astrology in March, where we've got eclipses. So very important time moving forward. I cannot wait till the 28th when we're going to have a beautiful new moon in Pisces. So I'm looking forward to that. That's on the 28th on Friday. I don't know if you've heard, it's a very big day. Everything's going to stop in Greece because everyone is protesting relative to what's happened with that freaky train collision where we lost a lot of young people, students, youngsters. It was a head-on collision, a very bad train crash, and people are taking to the streets. Okay, on Friday, it's going to be a big day. You're going to hear about it on the news. Let's hope it's a peaceful protest. We know these, when the country stops, a lot of people are not going to open up their businesses, their shops. We're going to have strikes. Everything is going to stop in Greece. So look out for the news. Fingers crossed that everything goes well and that these draconian, very nasty people who are in positions of power and leading us down the wrong path, I would say, need to face the music, okay? Justice. Fingers crossed that justice is served, and that's for everyone in all the world, okay? Let's see, it's going to be a very emotional day. A lot of tears, a lot of romance, a lot of happiness. I just got the goosebumps as I said that. I hope for you it's tears of joy and not tears of sadness. Obviously, many parents are still mourning their children. It's been 2 years since that train crash, and people, parents have not had the justification of, to face up to their mistakes. Let's see what's going on as we're reading the energies, my dear friends. We're seeking the answers. We've got the Hermit here, seeking healing, seeking the light. It could be relative to relationships, to partnerships. We've got 2 birds here. It's like through the connection to spirit, this person, or we can have that elevated understanding of what it is, that's going on. What is it that we need to know? What is it that we need to heal? Where are we supposed to put our energy? Who are we supposed to serve? Which doctor, which professional, legal representative, doctor, astrologer, advisor, even we can even say relative to, our beliefs, which right person, which correct person can give us the wisdom if we cannot find it ourselves. But this also says take some time out. Things are sort of happening behind the scenes. The Hermit is a 9, which speaks to a rounding off, a completion point. Virgo energy, we're coming into the eclipses that are happening on the axis Pisces Virgo. And Virgo is very prominent, as well as Pisces. Obviously for the mutable signs, Sagittarius and Gemini as well, because there's a major lineup of so many planets that are aligning there in Pisces. So is it going to be deception? Is it going to be lies and poison and needing to escape, trying to escape a situation because we cannot handle the truth, right? Is it anything that's got to do with medicines, health, right? Hopefully this new moon in Pisces will bring some good news up. Right now the information is sort of blocked. It's with Saturn there. Mercury is drowning. Remember, Mercury rules Virgo. And there's no logic right now. It's sheer madness. So give yourself a break. Take some time. Do your meditation. Have some extra, alone time, downtime. Maybe the answers will come to you as you're ready to open up and let go of the logic. Let's look at things from a more spiritual, more divine way, right? And maybe, because this is one step, this is the 9, the 10, which is the next card, of course, is the Wheel of Fortune. It's Jupiter, and Jupiter does give us that, bigger picture. Sometimes we're too much about looking at the little details, and that may be what is sort of holding us back. Let's not get discriminative. Let's sort of try and get out of that, finger pointing and I did this much, you did that much, or why did you say this? How did he say it? Why was he so abrupt? Why was he so angry? Why isn't there any communication? Why am I not being valued? Things are going to start to show up in the month of March. I would say even end of February. Let's see what the Botticelli deck energetically wants to tell us at this time. 25th of February 2025, or whenever you're viewing this reading. Let's see what's going on. What is the focal point? We've got the Knave of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. So Aries comes through, Sagittarius. It's a card of, passion, desire, enthusiasm, positivity, also wanting to move forward, right? Could be a messenger. It could be someone that's quite youthful, and they're just wanting to take that journey. They're wanting to send out that message. There's something that is desired, something that someone is wanting to create, to discover at this time. I do get strong Aries energy here. But remember, this is also the traveler. So there may be also some communication relative to travels, relative to youth, relative to someone that's younger. But there's enthusiasm here. There's the energy of creativity, wanting to move forward with a particular project, with what it is that we have been trying to work on. Maybe we're waiting on particular news, some communication that may be coming in quite urgent, quite in a very dramatic way. I'm getting here because, okay, Mars has moved direct now, we can say, but remember Venus in Aries, she's slowing down. So even though we're wanting to move forward and Mars has moved direct, but he's still not really moving strongly yet. So let's give ourselves some time. Let's think before we blurt out things, before we want to go to war. Let's sort of hold ourselves back. There's still things that we need to discover here. Let's take more cards. Another page of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Lots of earth. And the Ten of Wands. We see that there is exhaustion here. Ten of Wands is like something that we've been hoping to manifest, to create. To me, it feels like someone is running ahead of time relative to an exchange. The exchange could be communication. The exchange could be money, receiving, paying, receiving or paying money out. Someone still needs time because they're more strategic. They're more about looking to the future and planning. So this energy is not really working out. So it's bringing up some frustration and some anger. Someone's not ready. There's exhaustion. They've been putting a lot of work into a situation. They may be dealing with, I don't know, I get a lot of youthful energy. We could be talking about students and teachers here, waiting on some news. There's been an offering, but someone is taken up elsewhere. They're busy doing other things here. But there is an ending to a cycle here because the Ten of Wands, remember, speaks to a heavy burden, but it does also turn into the Ace. It's like something is coming full circle. It may be from even last year that something it was like, we're trying to rev that motor up, wanting to move forward, but everything needed its sweet old time. Remember, Chronos, Saturn, is the timekeeper and the taskmaster. Maybe also cycles, having done cycles again and again, trying something, tweaking and maybe doing a few changes. Because the Six of Pentacles here, this is like a very karmic exchange for me. It's also very karmic that what we've done, we will receive. What we've provided, what we've offered, it needs its time to return. Okay, it's like we're passing, a last moment test here, I get, because it feels like to me like the focal point here with the Six of Pentacles. It's like, have you proven yourself? Have you done the work? Do you pass the test? That's what I'm getting here. I want to get A few more cards. We've got a Two of Swords. So adjustments, dilemma, competitive energies. You could see here, you probably can't see it, but these two people are in an argument. They're bashing each other up. That's how bad the energies are. That's how delirious or how unclear or how very mixed up things can be. There's illusion, there's deception, there's misconception right now about cycles closing, about a possible ending, about maybe needing also to take a different stance and look at the other person's viewpoint as well. We are talking about a lot of Piscean energy, and of course Pisces speaks to a lot of karma. Pisces can also, it is the natural 12th house, so a lot of things happening behind the scenes that we may not be aware of. I do see competitive energies here and arguments. Let's continue. We've got the Judgment card. So it's obviously there's a moment of crisis and needing to make a decision, but maybe someone's waiting on help from spirit to resurrect a situation. Is it to resurrect their life, their money situation, their personal situation? It could be relative to business as well. Let's not rule that out. But Judgment says that it's like, Archangel Michael is saying, okay, here is the moment, the critical moment where you've got that divine source help. It's time to resurrect your life. But it's a very karmic moment, right? And important decisions need to be made to resurrect a situation. Or to let something, fall away. Let something fall away. Is it bad blood? Is it judgment? Have you been judged harshly, or you've judged someone else harshly? We need to forgive and forget, let that fall away, and let's see if we cannot resurrect. And, this is Scorpio energy, Pluto. Remember what I said, the moon is on Pluto, so something needs to fall away, and it's got to do with perception, with communication, because we're talking about the sign of Aquarius, and Aquarius is the truth. Aquarius could be detaching, sort of stepping away and looking at things from a different perspective, having that ingenious thought, that bright idea, that aha moment about something that was hidden. It may have to do with emotions. It may have to do with someone's living situation, with their personal life. It may have to do with fears relative to the psyche. And it may also do with secrecy, where someone was not sharing the truth with you. Yeah. So there's a moment of crisis and judgment. And on a collective, that could be information that's coming out to humanity, to the people, relative to Pluto. And Pluto it can speak to riches, it can speak to poisons, it can speak to secrecy, it can speak to, those few in power that are holding lots of secrets relative to where certain riches are going, instead of certain riches going to the people, they're going to other sources in forms which can bring up forms of control, or which can, because Pluto means death as well. So any wars, a war of power, a war of control, trying to control the masses, anything to do with aviation and flights. We've had so many planes coming down, so many, freak accidents recently in the sky. let's see. And it's also connecting to, I mean, Aquarius can speak to politics and politicians too. We've got a Nine of Pentacles here, so go from the Six of Pentacles to the Nine. Nine is independence. It's riches, yes. It's being in the Garden of Eden, but feeling that, you know, we're alone, we're in solitude. That's what the Hermit speaks to of as well. We've got two very important Virgo cards. So remember that Pisces is opposite Virgo, so we're talking about the axis now. We're coming up to a new moon. Remember, Virgo is practical steps. It's connecting to work and how we service others, hygiene, health, little pets, people that we collaborate with on a daily basis. Let's see what the outcome is. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the mother. Remember, she's the minor arcana of the Empress. Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. She's the mother of all. To me, the mother of, well, the Queen of Pentacles does remind me of Mother Mary. And when I use this deck, it does speak to Mother Mary for me. It's, you know, this Queen of Pentacles is the mother to run to. She's the person that's very motherly. She's the person that will be there for others. And she's willing to stand strong in her strength, in her values. She knows her worth, and she's very dependable, and she'll be there for everyone. So remember, she holds the Ace of Pentacles, right? Which could speak to our jobs, could speak to a home, it could speak to a child, it could speak to a relationship. She stands strong in her convictions. She knows the power that she holds. She's the most experienced queen of all. So Earth is very strong. Earth speaks to stability, practical matters, as well as finances. It's not about rushing into anything. Remember that this Ace of Coins is of great value, and she's showing it to us. It's like she's saying, this is very precious. This is what the prize will be, what the return will be. Okay? And you need to stay strong and believe in that. So there may be around about now a few look, because we've got a couple of pages here, just be very wary, very careful with your communications. Sometimes communications with Mercury and Pisces could be very emotional, very loving, unconditionally loving, like a mother does, and also very sacrificing. So just give yourself a couple of days, because with Saturn there, it's like the information is sort of blocked right now, or someone's needing to be more mature, or to be the mature one. We do have like mother and children here. Pages can be children, adolescent children, as well as young children. But there's competition here. There's possibly misconception. Yes, this could be anything legal as well, because the Six of Pentacles to me is very much the Libra energy, and that's relationships, partnerships, but also needing to pay money out, child alimony, things like that. Okay, so it feels like it's quite heavy relative to the divine feminine archetype here. And it's obviously, it's like a rebirth here, a new life, as she knows her worth, and she also, because we've got the Nine of Pentacles here, and there's the 10th Pentacle, which, 10 Pentacles do speak to family, speaks to marriage, it speaks to support, financial support also from others. This could be someone's mother, okay? So someone is seeking the answers here. Remember, this is the psychic tarot of the heart, right? So matters of heart, heart speaks to everything. Our heart needs to be in everything. So it could speak to romance. It could speak to, matters of heart, from mother to child, from father to child. There's a resurrection. There's a moment of crisis. I think we need to, at this time, everyone needs to know that they hold a certain value, and where there's no help at this time, it's like we need to stand firm, stand mature, and go it alone until help comes. And I do feel that help is going to come, okay, in whatever you're dealing with. Wow. And we've got the 10 of Cups here, and there is the loving mother with her children. So you see, 10 of Cups, it could be a moment of happiness. I mean, this is a card of bliss, happiness, and completion, but restart as well. Beneath that is the Page of Swords. So lots of pages, lots of information, lots of needing to communicate. Just, check your information, because there could be a lot of misunderstandings at this time, and things can get out of hand. Let's see emotionally where we are at this time. What's going on in the psyche? We've got abandoned. We've got fear. We've got the divine masculine that's abandoned a situation because of fears. But we've got a soulmate. There's an offer on the table here, and it comes from a soulmate. It's a very romantic offer. It could be someone, even the divine masculine, coming down a few steps. So honoring, valuing the divine feminine. Unless you're dealing with a divine masculine that's more motherly, someone is overcoming their fears and making an offer. Let's see, because there's a lot of fire, a lot of desire. Now, we know Venus is in Aries, so she could be very fiery, very abrupt, she could be a little bit self-centered, or even just so enthusiastic that she may act before she thinks. So maybe we need to tone down the fire a little bit, because it can be quite challenging. Venus is stationing now to turn retrograde. She's got issues that she needs to revisit from the past. It's got a lot to do with self-worth as well, or a new journey, a new path. We've got the inner child, so the child comes through again. And the inner child for me is like matters of heart. Someone may have issues, childhood abandonment issues from their own life, and they're being very careful relative to a particular child, or even to being open where their heart is concerned and vulnerable. Let's see. We've got self-worth here. So this is an Aquarius card for me. Self-worth can speak to freedom, or there's recognition that someone is valuing you, that someone is going to sacrifice for the inner child, going to also sort of think out of the box, find an intelligent resolution to some sort of problem, because we do have abandoned energies here. So this is something that we've left behind. It could be a divine masculine that's left behind. Maybe it was an offer from the past that's been blocked from a particular child, or a possible new beginning. Someone needed to free themselves, or to understand that they are worthy of a situation. I don't know. We've got vibration, so being able to pick up on those yin vibrations, so very nurturing, very loving, very motherly vibrations. The yin energy I get here, because there's a lot of feminine energy here. We've got Scorpio, we've got Virgo. We've got Sagittarius here. We've got Libra as well, I want to say. and strong water. Yeah, Scorpio, as I said, more than likely. Let's take the Lenormand for a moment and see what's beneath that. We've got understanding, and beneath that is the third party, as you could see. So there is there are issues relative to a third party, and we do see two divine masculine here in competition. Actually, this could be verbal fights, physical fights as well. It could be internal conflict as well, because a very important decision is necessary to be made, and it's not an easy one. Let's see what's going on today. We've got the clover, lucky clover. It's a lucky, opportune moment. But that was in the past position. In the now, we've got the whip, which is like conflict, aggravation, anger, possible legalities as well. Because for me, it's a number 11. 11 is justice, and it could be anything legal. And it's got to do with a home or a family or a relationship. Yeah, we've got sneakiness. We've got the fox. So there have been lies, deception, tact as well. So it's like the fox is saying, don't get into that fight. Be smart, because the possible outcome is something more stable, just like the Ace of Pentacles that the Queen of Pentacles holds here. And we've got the Sun. The Sun speaks to clarity. The Sun now in Pisces more than likely is going to help us to see the truth, to see where matters of heart are concerned. Remember that the Sun in Pisces is like the clouds. It's like the weather is overcast right now, but at some point the Sun is going to clear those clouds and give us the resolution as to what this Pisces season will be about and what March will be about, because there's a lot going on in March, all right? As we'll be coming out of the Pisces and entering it's the new astrological year, and we know that the Sun is exalted in Aries. And of course, as I said, I do feel the Aries energy is coming through here. Let's just take a couple of Sibilas here. What is this 10 of Cups, which is the general energy? What's that about? The general energy, the 10 of Cups, which does turn into the Ace of Cups. What's that about? There's news coming in, and it's the Two of Pentacles. So someone's trying to decide. Things are up in the air. About some legalities, legal papers, or even communication. A call, a letter, an email. Let's see what this enthusiasm, the main card here, what's that about? Yeah, we've got the postman coming in. Normally they're coming from afar. So the letter comes through again. Waiting on some news. There is a possibility of enthusiasm. The news could be relative to a child, to a new journey, to something that we're creating, something that's being started, maybe something that's been stuck and halted. What is this Six of Pentacles about? Some of you may be waiting on some money, a return of money. Yeah, something that you're wishing on, something that is going to justify you, and this is what you've worked for, and this is the Gran Consolazione. Everything you've dreamed of. It's sort of blocked by this 10 of Wands because someone needs to put down this heavy burden. It does turn into the Ace. Okay, maybe because we've got the Hermit here. For some of us, it will take a little bit longer until that wheel of fortune turns. Tens do speak to endings and new beginnings. What is this? What's this burden about? What's this exhaustion about? Yep, it's blockages coming from Saturn. Dealings with the law, working a lot. Nine of Swords. Fearing about anything legal or matters pertaining to law, not being able to move forward. Someone is not sleeping well here. There's karma that needs to be dealt with, cleared. It's like Saturn is saying, no, there's more work to do. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. What is this Two of Swords? We've got Superbia, we've got the peacock, and the peacock speaks to a lot of ego. Logically, it's a good card, but it speaks to vanity. It speaks to someone also possibly also doubting if this is a spiritual connection. It could be. I mean, the peacock is a symbol of a spiritual connection, abundance, luck. It can also speak to fights, because two male peacocks will fight for the female partner. But this is also, it's Juno. Juno is the wife of Jupiter. Remember, that Jupiter was not someone that was loyal. So that's where we see, double trouble, because we've got a Two of Wands and a Two of Swords. We've got the Two of Pentacles, lots of twos. And remember what I said, we're in the month of February. Those twos, which are dilemmas, and even the Judgment card is a 20, which equals a 2. Difficult decisions. Let's take a card on this Judgment. Yeah, we've got the animosity, the enemy going away. It's the competition. It's Nemiko. It's the snake. It's change. Let's see what that Nine of Pentacles speaks to. Lots of Scorpio energies. We see the snake here. He holds the snake, and the snake is all about change, right? It's like taking off one layer at a time, having dealt with the poison, hopefully that poison turning into a medicine. We've got Disgrazia. It's the Tower moment. Seven of Swords. Something is revealed, and it's going to come at it's going to be like an opportunity for disclosure, for understanding. And we see the Pentacles on the ground. It's like Spirit is going to show us where and which way to go, right? It's like we're going to be stepping. These are the stepping stones to that Ten of Pentacles, for us. So what does that mean for you? The Ten of Pentacles for you. And it could happen through an awakening, a bit of a challenge, disaster. I mean, it is Uranian energy. And Uranus is transiting through Taurus. So it could speak to financial loss. It could speak to changes that are not easy for someone. Yeah. And things being revealed that were very hidden, because it's the Seven of Swords and it's the Thief. We've got jealousy. Obviously, there are third parties here. Also regrets, fears. Eight of Swords. It's like someone is feeling blocked, but it feels like they're going to be pushed out of that dark thought that they cannot manage the situation, that they are stuck in a situation. They are free. They should feel that they are free. Because Spirit is showing them the way. And if they could not come to this Nine of Pentacles, then the Tower is going to push them. Uranus is going to push them towards that and out of that cage that they're, it's like they're self-imprisoning. You know what I mean? Let's take one more. We've got, there's distrust here. Distrust within a family, with someone that was supposed to be there to help, but they worked for their own behalf. Someone being used and abused. Someone being very close to you or to the person you're thinking of, but there was distrust. Someone that was close to them. Either that, or where there was distrust, maybe someone is coming to the understanding that they can depend on someone that's there, that's close to them. It will be different for each of us. What is the Queen of Pentacles? We've got the dog, which speaks to loyalty and companionship and friendship. It's the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. And we've got the Three of Cups, which is the Belvedere, waiting on someone's, someone to income, someone to travel, waiting on a meeting, a particular meeting, a reconciliation? Is it with friends? Is it with past lovers? What is this? Are you physically at a distance from each other? It's interesting that the dog is looking towards the past. So there are doubts relative to someone's loyalty, but the future shows that, and still, she's got one eye open, one eye closed. So still there isn't 100% trust here. So it's like waiting on someone's arrival or a promise that the happiness, it's going to all work out. But still someone's keeping one eye still open. Okay? One more card here I want to take. We've got Nine of Pentacles, which is someone's very delirious. Someone's done something quite silly, or they need help from their friends. These are friends that have gone out. They've had too much to drink. This could also be a message that comes through once someone is maybe a bit tipsy. Remember Neptune in Pisces. Pisces is alcohol. It's taking anything to escape a difficult situation. Someone feeling more vulnerable at some point, and then, letting the cat out of the bag. There's information. There will be communication here. It's like some things, that were hidden are going to come to the surface, and there will be some clarity for all of us. We do have melancholy here. We see the divine feminine. It's like she's lost someone, or she's put something, she feels that something has ended. It's like she's crying over some sort of an ending. It's the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is also financial loss, or feeling as though something that she believed in is lost and it's not going to happen. Let's see. What is the advice from Spirit? Please, Spirit, thank you for your guidance. What is the advice? And we've got to be fair, and we see the scales are balanced here. Number 38, which equals an 11. 11 is a portal. 11 is justice. And we did take it in the upright. Thank goodness for that. To be fair. Something needs to be made fair and just. It's interesting that, we're going to have a new moon in Aries on the 29th of March, which is an eclipse. It's already happening. Aries, Libra is opposite. So something that was unfair needs to be made fair. Let's see. It is a very karmic time moving forward, and even now, let's see what the message is. Balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. Life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing, yet over time they strike a balance. You move from being from stasis to doing, from discovering to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow, and that was the message that I was saying in the beginning. What have you serviced? Who have you serviced? That's what you're receiving. For every cause there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. Where relationships are concerned, can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There is much to be learned, and you will learn if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Remember how I said student and teacher? We've got a lot of pages here, and even the Page of Swords here. There's a lot that will be learned that will bring happiness, will bring new beginnings. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is one in which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. Where prosperity is concerned and finances, now is a time for even exchanges. Justice will prevail and you will be treated accordingly. In all your affairs, you will be able to negotiate fair settlements. And this is negotiation with retrogrades. Just trying to figure things out and try to be clear. In all your affairs, you'll be able to negotiate fair settlements. Mutual gain is the gift to you and your partners and colleagues. This is also a good time to square your finances and take stock of how you're compensated for your work. This card signifies balance, justice, and negotiations. So remember that all things must be fairly recompensed. Keep this as your truth, and so it will be. And that will be happening in the month of March as well, because with the retrogrades, of course, anything that was unfair is going to be made fair and just, my dear friends. So lovely, lovely message. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. We can be talking for another couple of hours, but I've got a lot on my plate. As you know, February is a short month, so thank you so much for your love and your support, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Like the video, please. Like this video. Otherwise, not everyone will receive the message. And obviously, as we're losing subscribers, that's what YouTube does. They take away subscribers, they take away the likes. And we're doing this, spending our precious time, and so are you. Because this is an exchange of energy, right? As long as we're here, you can receive the message. If we're not going to be here, then I suppose, there won't be an exchange of energy, and we won't be able to be enlightened about, what are the energies. Remember, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate for all of you. On a higher level, generally speaking, I do feel that we'll all feel these energies at some point, even if it's on a smaller, in a smaller amount. Others will feel these energies on a larger scale, obviously. So there could be a tiny message for you in this reading. So thank you for being here, everyone. Love and light, and of course I will be back tomorrow for the love reading, as we do every Wednesday. And dear patrons, make sure that you look out for the month astrology for the month of March, which is going to be a very rich astrological analysis. And obviously on Patreon we are learning as we see how the stars align. And obviously we know the energies, and as above so below. So we understand the energies, we know what the astrological weather is, therefore we know if we need to take an umbrella, if we need to stay home, if we need to put on a coat, so on and so forth. So love and light, everyone. Thank you so much.